Good morning. I am Columbia Daily Tribune City Editor Matt Sanders. With me is business reporter Jodie Jackson Jr. It is your daily digest for Friday, January 27th. A couple things that we're working on today. The K-12 education beat has been busy. Roger McKinney is working on a story about local people who are on a campaign in opposition to the nomination of Betsy DeVos as Education Secretary. One of them is Columbia Public Schools Superintendent Peter Stiepelman, who has encouraged people to contact their senators to vote against her nomination. I'll look for a little bit more about that later. Roger was also last night at a forum about redrawn boundaries with Gentry and Jefferson Middle Schools, so you'll be able to read about that too. I actually brought Jodie here today to talk about something that you will get to see tomorrow in the Saturday business section. It is a story about Aurora Organic Dairy, which is the company that is, the news has recently come out that they're looking to purchase some land here in the city to build a factory here. But tell us a little bit more about it, Jodie.
Well, before I give you these rapid fire recap of what I've worked on for this story, I would like to take this opportunity to wish City Editor Matt Sanders a happy birthday.
Aw, I'm blushing.
Number 36.
Yes, correct. I'm an old man.
Happy birthday.
I am in middle age now.
And everybody watching on Facebook, give a like and a thumbs up and condolences, if you will. Yeah,
that's appropriate.
So this is really one of the more complex but really fun stories that I've worked on in a long time. A lot of moving parts to this. Aurora Organic Dairy is based in Platteville, Colorado. They are looking to buy property here in Columbia to build a plant that would basically reflect what they have in Colorado. The essence of the story, really the root of it, is that they are looking to buy this property from the city of Columbia to pay $2.1 million for property that the city paid $3 million for just a couple of years ago. And this was part of a land purchase agreement that actually goes back even a few more years than that. So there's automatically some criticism that, well, the city is asking too little for this property. But one of the important points to put into context here is that this company is a huge user of utilities, of electricity, water and sewer, and so they would be a money maker really for utilities. Yeah. Also, this money that is going to be spent, which likely will be approved, this deal will be approved on February the 6th by City Council. The money that bought this property out off Waco Road, it's just north of 3M and the Kraft Heinz hot dog plant. The money came from the City Water and Light Fund, and the City Water and Light Fund would receive the proceeds from this sale. So, like I said, there are a lot of moving parts here, so let me give you a quick recap. This project was originally known as Project Cadre, and the local Regional Economic Development Incorporated office worked with Missouri Partnership to bring this company here, to court this company, if you will, because a lot of other communities were looking to have this company in their community. Aurora Organic Dairy proposes to build about a $90 million plant, hire initially about 100 people, and have future expansion and another phase that's already in the works. A couple of things to note here that sort of help frame this story. There are folks in town who, first of all, don't like the idea that the city is selling the property for this lower price, but also they point to what they say is a checkered past for Aurora Organic Dairy. There was a $7.5 million class action lawsuit settlement back in 2012 that this company had to pay. There have been some questions about whether they are really organic, whether they are really just a confined animal feeding operation, because their cattle don't always have easy access to green pasture like you might expect an organic dairy to have. There are also questions about whether the sewer lines out in that area are adequate to handle the amount of use that this dairy is going to have. It's important to note too that there's no final decision even made yet by Aurora on this. Also, I wanted to quickly point out, Aurora hasn't ruled out that they won't have dairy cattle on this site. Even though the site is intended to be for a manufacturing plant, they said it's too premature to comment on whether they would have dairy cattle out there. Also, they have not yet discussed tax incentives, like the Chapter 100 bonds that the county would offer that would allow you to have an abatement on property taxes and so on for a certain period of time. And so the school district, fire district, library district, all those folks would have to agree to allow that. So still a lot left to do before this company would come. The first things first, February the 6th, City Council will meet, presumably will approve the sale of this property.
So you can read all about that in an in-depth story tomorrow in Saturday Business. You get all you need to know about it before the City Council does vote. So you can find that then. Also, we have on our website right now, we have a story out of yesterday's Chancellor Search Committee forum that Rudy Keller attended. Of course, they're looking for a new chancellor at the University of Missouri. So you can check that out now. As always, you can reach us via our social media accounts, Twitter and Facebook, and email us if you have questions or comments.